Hey guys, so I'm coming on here today because I'm going to be doing a video on false new age traps and also religious traps. And yeah, I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, so I find that what not a better time to do a video like this when there's just so much going on within new age and religion, and just it's a lot, right? It's a lot going on. Lots of cults, lots of everything right now, especially as we're all ascending. It's kind of wild. So to witness all this going on. So I just wanted to kind of relay some information, kind of just like what I'm feeling about all this and kind of just my own personal experience and all that. But before I get in today, I just wanted to mention that, guys, we are halfway through July. It is the 15th today. We are 3 weeks out from Lionsgate. 3 weeks and 3 days out from Lionsgate, and I am feeling that energy. It is going to be, I don't even have a word to describe it, because this is going to be like the most intense and transformative. That time period is going to be amazing. I'm going to leave it at that, because we have a full moon on Lionsgate, and Lionsgate is like just the most powerful, I think it's the most powerful, one of the most powerful days of the year. So I'm really excited for this Lionsgate in particular, because I think it's really going to speed up some shifts that are due to occur. So, and then we literally go from Lionsgate into literally directly into an eclipse portal. Like September, like all of September is really going to be the eclipse portal. So we're going to like feel the energy of Lionsgate like up to 2 weeks after Lionsgate, but then like that next portal opens when the Lionsgate portal really closes, because Lionsgate, I feel it like 2 weeks before and after, so we should feel it from like July 25th to like August 22nd. But literally, like, the eclipse portal really opens 2 weeks before the lunar eclipse, so really it's gonna like open up like what, August 22nd, 23rd, or 24th, and then we go like directly into the next portal that's like stretching until like, I think it's like what I channeled is like the portal, that eclipse portal, we're gonna feel it up until like 10:10. So that's like 10:10 is gonna be the official closure of that eclipse portal in September, because we have the two eclipses, and then we have the supermoon on the 6th, and then 10:10, the 6th of October, and then 10:10 is going to be like that closure day, which is going to be pretty potent. So, guys, we have a lot going on. I'm getting you all hyped up here because, oh my goodness, that's why I've been saying, like, there's something unfolding in those 3 months that I think it's going to be unprecedented, and I've been channeling this for 2 years now. So, I'm going to get into the video, and, yeah, so false new age and religious traps. So this video, it's definitely probably one that'll trigger some people's conditioning, and that's okay, because you gotta have, I guess, that trigger to help in the shift. I don't know, that's just my interpretation on it, because yeah, I feel like any of this type of information's triggering for people still rooted in the matrix, and there's nothing that I can really do about it, because my role is to just provide it in a non-judgmental, non-polarizing way as best as I can, even though it does sound pretty polarizing sometimes, but there's nothing I can really do about it. Because my intention is, 0-point neutrality here. Like, I'm really not trying to play the side things. I mean, I can if I want to, but really it's just like there's no point. So that's just my intention. So false new age trap. So I want to first start with new age, and then I'm gonna get into religion, because it's pretty wild out there with just what's going on. Like, I don't guys, like I said, I'm not personally religious. I don't identify with new age, so I'm coming at this with 0-point neutrality, like just with the way that I see it, and just kind of how they're both distractions. Like, they're both distractions. So I'm gonna get into that because some people are like, oh, you talk about new age stuff. This is new age, that's new age. Just because you bring up some points that are considered in the realm of new age, that doesn't necessarily mean that you believe in all those, you know, ideas and kind of just the bypassing. And just because I could sometimes bring up some things about, you know, religion that are true, that doesn't mean I like surrender to the full narrative that has a lot of false information in it and misinformation in it, right? So what's going on with new age? So I don't really know how to describe it, because it seems like it's this, I feel like it's a free-for-all. And what I mean by that is there's so many, and I'm not saying like I'm in that. Like, I might have some, you know, I have some new age like beliefs, and but like I said, there's truths and lies, or that sounds, you know, there's truth and deception, I think, in every sort of religion or spiritual belief or in any of that. So like, I'm just, you know, I'm not saying it's just new age, it's religion too. So in the new age, you know, belief system or the community stuff, it's like, I don't know how to say it besides it's like a free-for-all. And, you know, on one extreme we have people like doing black magic and witchcraft and like dark spells, and like I don't even know what is going on there, what that has to do with the other side of it. But I'm like, okay, so we have like witchcraft, black magic, and like people hijacking energy to do like dark magic. Okay, so that's like one extreme of the new age. And then on the other extreme of the new age is like love and light only, no talking like deep truths. If you mention something that's not like of the love and light, then you're, you know, not, I don't know. I don't really know, guys. Like, I this is just the way I observe it. Like, if you're not posting only love and light content, if you're not talking about deep truths, if you're not, or if you are talking about, you know, if you are just doing love and light only and not kind of like breaking free from that and sharing, okay, there's other stuff going on too that we need to talk about, then that's like the other extreme where it's like, okay, then that's not like, then you're not of the light. I don't really know. That's just the way that I'm seeing it. So we have these two extremes of like love and light only, and then like this like black magic, witchcraft, like don't even know what's going on there. I don't even go down that route. Yeah, like absolutely not. I've had some stories with some people who that's what they were into. Yeah, not going down that route. And karma will catch up to those people. So just gotta say it, guys. So there's such an extreme, and then there's a middle of people where, you know, they're doing the crystal stuff, they're doing the manifestations, the way that I see it is there's good within the new age. There's good stuff. Like, I believe that, you know, I think that there's a lot of important things with astrology. I don't think that astrology is like as powerful as source. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we could use astrology instead of that connection with source, which I call it source. In the third dimension, God. I use fifth dimensional language, so I interchange the two, source and God. So if I'm feeling 3D, I'll say God. If I'm feeling 5D, I'll say source. And today I'm 5D, so I'm gonna say source. So I think there's a fine line of like using astrology and using, you know, like, obviously there's a lot with the new age that you can use, but like that's not gonna like, you can't use any of those things to take up that connection with source, because that's like the primary channel of information, right? Like, there's layers of it. Like, it goes like source, and then that's just my opinion. Like, I feel like there's nothing that can outweigh source, not even planets, you know? Like, if you're like, I don't feel like your higher power can be a planet. Like, and I feel like there's some of that in there, like with astrology especially. And I feel, and I know for a fact that, you know, it is true that some of the planets, like, there are windows where, like, the energy is aligned for that connection with source to be, like, prevalent. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of, hijacking of language, hijacking of just, like, a lot. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, and you guys might know what I'm talking about. But I find with a New Age especially, it's like, let's just, you know, and, like, I don't want to sound hypocritical, because, like, I'm not, like, I don't follow religion, I don't follow New Age. I've just, like, followed what information and intuitive guidance of the highest, like, of all involved, like, the highest good has come forward to me. But also, like, in the New Age, it's like there's people that are doing all these, like I said, there's an extreme of, like, black magic and witchcraft, and then there's the other extreme of, like, I don't even want to call it, like, extremes. I guess there's just two sides. Like, and I'm not trying, and I'm saying this all from, like, a point of, like, kind of higher consciousness, where it's like, I'm not, like, saying what's good or bad, you know? But, like, you have that, and then you have, like, people doing that, like, one extreme, and then the other's only love and light. Like, we gotta, you know, like, then the other side is like, let's say your affirmations and all your problems will go away. All your trauma is gonna go away. And I'm like, what is going on here? Because, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It gets a little confusing. So you have that, and then you have, like, you know, either side, or just people in the middle of New Age beliefs or whatever, that are, like, communicating to, like, higher dimensional beings, or, like, the Galactic Federation, but, like, literally they're channeling, like, entities and, like, lower vibrational beings. So, like, discernment is so low. It's like a free-for-all of information that's, like, a lot of it is spiritual misinformation with, like, little to no discernment. And I think a lot of it also comes from a place of, like, channeling so ungrounded. Like, I've just, you know, if I don't watch too many content creators, because I don't, like, especially, like, of anything, I've just channeled, like, carved out my own path. Like, I'm aware I'm a starseed, I'm aware of, like, kind of, like, what I'm here to do, but, like, I don't go into any sort of, like, community, because I think it's, like, it gets very, there's just a lot that I don't know how to explain it, guys. Like, I'm just not made for that. And also, I think I see an aspect of it that's kind of just, like, cult-like mentality that happens in a lot. The one content creator who I have listened to in the past, like, I still listen to this content creator occasionally, but, and I think that in this, I'm just gonna say, like, I personally listened to Elizabeth April, or I have listened to Elizabeth April. I found her a couple years ago, and I think EA is, like, out of everyone I found, like, she's the most real deal one, because like, I finally found, like, she came up on my feed a couple years ago, probably because, like, the algorithm, like, can, like, match up people who, like, kind of, like, do, like, I don't know. So anyway, when I found EA, it's like, holy shit, I've not met one person who, like, doesn't identify with the New Age, and, like, doesn't, like, not use some of the things in the New Age stuff that, I'm losing my train of thought, that actually, like, aligns with the information that I'm getting. So, like, when I found EA, I was such, like, a breath of fresh air, where it was like, there are people like this that, like, don't, like, need to be involved in, like, New Age to, like, get the information, and, like, not necessarily, like, need to make an identity of, like, oh, I'm a New Age spiritualist or whatever. Like, and that's what I admire about her, is even though I'm not, like, 100%, like, I say I resonate 80% with Elizabeth April, because there is 20%, like, I have to use my own discernment too. And I think that she's, like, the one content creator where it's like, I know damn well, like, she's not intending to be, like, a cult leader. But I'm very aware that some of, like, her following especially, like, almost believes she's, like, a god. So, like, I think that it's not necessarily her intending to be a cult leader. I think, like, some of the people in it are just so, like, almost, like, live for her information, and I don't necessarily think that that's the best either, just because we all are able to get the same information that EA does. Like when I found EA, I'm like, holy shit, I'm getting the same exact downloads as this woman. And like that's, I didn't find EA to get the information. I found EA to like relate to someone who like was obviously like getting the same downloads, because I'm like, that's why I never knew how to describe myself. I'm like, I don't know why, like, I can channel one thing about reptilians, and then the next thing I'm, like, on to, like, soul origins. Like, it's so random, but, like, she's like that, too. So she's, like, I consider that, like, the real deal, you know? And I know EA is the real deal, even though I have, since I started Exit Frequency, I have not listened to too many of her videos. I'm trying not to follow her anymore because I'm carving my own path. And like, she really motivated me to start talking about this, because she's the only one that I really like find of the true light that is like actually bringing forward this information publicly. And even though I've always known this stuff, a couple years ago, I was like, I see myself, you know, like not being like her, but like, you know, talking about this like in a way that she was, you know, with like the diversity of the topics, because I really like, that's what I never knew, like what was like, I didn't know really like how to incorporate all these like different things, because right, like this is so diverse, everything I talk about. I could go from like just dark, you know, agendas to like talking of stuff of the light, you know, because it's like, that's kind of just my mission. But I never really like understood how to do that, and she actually like motivated me to do that, because I was like, okay, if I start doing this, then like it's gonna be really, it's something just never felt right until I found her content. I'm like, I could do this, like this, because I've known this all along, and like I'm seeing a content creator do this, so like that's not like me necessarily like saying, oh, I'm being like, I have to be like her. That's somebody actually motivating, like activating my mission that I knew was going to eventually happen. So I appreciated her for like the role she helped with me, like listening to her content, like she really helped activate my mission. But I don't need her anymore, if that makes sense. I've moved on from EA. And like, I'll still occasionally listen to a video of hers, but like, I'm just more, now that she helped activate me using my voice, like I don't, you know what I mean? Like, because I know the same information that she knows, and I do similar stuff that she does. Like I can, you know, I remove entities from people. I can remove reptilians from people. I can do past life stuff. Like I could get up and in with all that. So that's just what I want to say with that. So New Age, there's just a lot of deception and just a lot of interestingness going on. So I'm happy I'm incorporating all this. Going to religion. So this is when, obviously, you know, somebody of religious faith, if they're watching this is when their conditioning will glitch out and freak out, and that's okay. So I find that a lot of, you know, I guess I'm just going to say what's coming forward, because it's not like I'm like saying this is good or bad. Like, I think religion has a lot of good, and I think it has a lot of misinformation. Religion what I know to be true, and what I've channeled and gathered, is it can help awaken people up to like 75%, meaning you're aware of the darkness, you're aware of the agendas, but there's a blockage to cross over the last 25% to like soul origins, starseed truths, you know, universal truths. And that is what is deemed as deception and satanic and somebody posing as like God. And like, I've been, you know, I have been really close with some Christian, very faithful Christian people in the past, and I noticed like there's so, like, I could talk about a lot with them. Like I could get up to that 75%, I could get up to like reptilians, I could get up to a lot of the rituals that go on, I could get up to like just about higher consciousness language, and then it's shut down. You are taken over by darkness. Like when I cross over to like the 100%, being like, yeah, I am a starseed. I have vivid memories of, where I incarnated from. I work with, I do have contracts with the Galactic Federation of Light, which I've known, but like that, and then that'll be like, Satan's taken you over, darkness is taking you over, and I'm like, like, I don't even like question it. I don't even say anything back, because that's what, and then it's like, you're posing as God. You're not following the Lord. Like, that's what's, like, that's the language that's posed to me, and then in my head, I'm like, okay, like, there is a blockage, because I think religion allows you to access, like, people could get up to 75% awake, and then it's like, then you have to like really push through the finish line to get to 100%, because that's when the conditioning takes people over. It's when you like question, what am I doing on this planet? Where am I from? All that. Then it's like, that's when the religious stuff really pulls you away from your soul mission and keeps you rooted in the third dimension. So, I've lost a lot of friends who are Christian thinking that I'm, doing witchcraft or whatever. It doesn't even make any sense, because I've never done witchcraft once, or black magic, or any of that. But see, like, this is what it is. It's like those people in the New Age that has hijacked the New Age. So, like, there are witchcraft and that stuff in the New Age, and then they look at me like, oh, I'm the New Age. So it's like, it's a clusterfuck going on, guys, with religion and spirituality right now. It has to be individualized at this time, especially. That's just my opinion, but... yeah, so, I don't know, I just, there is a fine line of, I don't know, religion, like, especially, I think, out of all the religions, especially, Christianity, I think, holds a lot of spiritual truths, since there is darkness, there are, like, satanic agendas, but all that, but it's like, when you have a relationship with the Ascended Master in the 5th dimension, like, you're not going to come down to the 3rd dimension to, like, engage with Jesus, you know what I mean? Because, like, the Ascended Master is Jesus, and, like, I could channel the Ascended Master whenever I want, so it's like, it's hard to explain, like, you know what I mean? But it's like, if I have a relationship with the Ascended Master, which is like, in the 5th dimension, I'm not gonna like go down to the 3rd dimension to like have a limiting belief relationship with the Ascended Master. I don't know if this, I'm just saying what's coming up, guys, and if this resonates, cool. If it doesn't, please use your discernment. So that's the religion stuff. Like, I think it's all a hot mess right now, and like, oh, and then, like, galactic truths. If you bring up aliens, if you bring up, higher dimensional beings, you will literally be called, like... I literally don't know how much, like, I can try and be open with people who are deeply rooted in their Christian faith about, like, how I'm a starseed, I can connect with aliens if I want, or like, the Galactic Federation, or like, that doesn't replace, here's the thing, that's not replacing Source or God, whatever you want to call it, right? I still, like, that's first, but like, this is all like, I think a lot of like the Christianity stuff, it's like, you could only be connected to God and you cannot have, relations with anything else. And I think that's when the limiting beliefs kicks in, because if you're a starseed and you're having connections from like where you're from or your origins, like, I can communicate to like my headquarters whenever I want to. That's damn well not deception. Like, it's just so confusing. This is why, guys, discernment is more needed than ever before, because the lies of New Age and religion are so obvious. Like, guys, like, it's so obvious. And that's just really why I wanted to do this video. I don't really have anything else that I want to share, except for the fact that, like, guys, like, discernment is a must when it comes down to, like, New Age or spirituality or religion or just any of that. Because there's so much, false, spiritual information and religious information, and just, it's all agendas at the end of the day. So once you activate that and you have your awareness, you're pretty much good to go. And I really hope that my vulnerability in this video can really help some of you guys who are like, I don't know if I'm spiritual, I don't know if I'm religious. Like, don't label it as anything, and don't necessarily go by what the narratives are, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of fear and there's a lot of non-truths. Like, a lot of spirituality is true, or new age is true, and a lot of, you know, religion is true. So, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, but they always give you some truths with a lot of lies to like keep you locked in the third dimension. So that's just what I wanted to talk about in this video, guys. And hang in there. We are really just about 10 days out from the opening of the Lionsgate portal, because I know it opens up 2 weeks. So July 25th, it's going to open. I'm telling you guys, July 25th is when like the portal for the next 3 months is going to open up, with Lionsgate going right into the eclipse. It's going to be crazy. So finish getting ready. I know I've been warning you this month. I feel the energy building, and I'm sure you guys feel it all too. We're all in this together. We are very much aware that there's a lot that's going to be occurring in the next 3 months, and I just want all you guys to be as equipped mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as possible. And yeah, I'm really just, you know, I had no intention to do this video today. I've just been really loving, like, obviously with the diversity of, like, you know, my mission, I just love just channeling and being like, what do I talk about today? What do I talk about today? Obviously, like, channeling, you know, through the light, which is a must, like, and discernment, obviously, because I don't want to talk about, like, something that's just not, you know, necessary. But, you guys know what I mean. Like, I don't know if I want to talk about ascending to 5D today, or predictive programming, or I landed on religion and new age today. So just getting all the videos out of the way. The diversity of this is just amazing, and it's really like freeing, you know? It's really freeing when this information can be talked about so freeingly, and not like, if you talk about this, then you have to believe that. If you have to talk about this, then you have to take a side. If you have to talk about this, like, yeah, like, it's just not all about, you know, sides or like what's right or wrong. It's like, there's always going to be truths and lies tangled into one. And that's why discernment is so powerful, especially in times that we're in, when cults are on the rise and religion is buckling down and new age is out of control. It's a lot, but I'm gonna probably, you know, post in the next week or two. I'm gonna post actually probably next on July 25th when that portal opens up, with just some information that I need to share with you guys. So figure in 10 days, so today's July 15th, I'll post next on the 25th. And that's all I really have for today. Just keep doing what you're doing, guys. We're all in this together. You know, really just finish that preparation, like I've said. And yeah, I hope you guys stay well, hang in there, and I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys in the next video. See you then.